Once upon a time, in a small village nestled between rolling hills and lush forests, there lived a wise old woman named Eliza. She was known throughout the village for her profound wisdom, and people from far and wide would seek her counsel. Eliza's wisdom, however, was not derived from books or academic knowledge. It came from a lifetime of embracing the beauty of simplicity. Eliza lived in a humble cottage at the edge of the village. Her home was small, with wooden beams and a thatched roof. Inside, there were no lavish furnishings or extravagant decorations. A wooden table, a few chairs, and a warm hearth were all she needed. Her kitchen held only the most basic utensils, and her wardrobe consisted of a few simple garments. But what made her home truly special was the abundance of love, laughter, and contentment that filled its cozy corners. Every morning, Eliza would rise with the sun and step outside to greet the day. She would take in the fresh, crisp air and listen to the birds singing their melodies in the trees. The villagers often wondered how someone who possessed so little could be so content. They asked her about her secret, and she would smile and reply, "The secret, my dear friends, is the wisdom of simplicity." One day, a wealthy merchant named Samuel came to the village. Samuel was known for his extravagant lifestyle and his never-ending pursuit of wealth and luxury. He had heard about Eliza's wisdom and decided to pay her a visit, curious to know how she found contentment with so little. Samuel arrived at Eliza's cottage, and as he entered, he couldn't help but notice the simplicity of her home. His eyes darted around, searching for the grandeur he was accustomed to, but found none. Puzzled, he asked, "How can you be happy with so little, while I, with all my riches, often find myself discontented?" Eliza welcomed Samuel with a warm smile and offered him a seat by the hearth. She placed a simple meal of bread and cheese on the table and said, "Samuel, happiness is not found in the accumulation of material possessions. It is found in the love we share, the beauty we appreciate, and the moments we treasure. Look around you. Do you hear the crackling of the fire? Do you see the sunlight streaming through the window? These simple things bring me great joy." Samuel listened intently as Eliza spoke. Something within him stirred, and for the first time in a long while, he felt a sense of peace. He realized that he had been chasing after wealth and luxury, thinking they would bring him happiness. But he had neglected the simpler pleasures of life. Over the next few days, Samuel stayed in the village, spending time with Eliza and learning the wisdom of simplicity. He watched as she tended to her garden, finding joy in the blooming flowers and the buzzing bees. He joined her for walks in the woods, where the rustling leaves and chirping crickets brought a sense of serenity he had never known. As the days turned into weeks, Samuel's heart began to change. He started to simplify his own life, letting go of unnecessary extravagances. He found contentment in the everyday moments that he had once overlooked, the warmth of a morning sunbeam, the laughter of children playing, and the comfort of a simple meal shared with friends. When it was time for Samuel to leave the village, he thanked Eliza for her wisdom and the profound impact she had on his life. He knew that he had discovered the true secret to happiness, the wisdom of simplicity. Years later, the villagers would often see Samuel returning to the village, no longer as a wealthy merchant, but as a humble man who had found contentment in a simple life. He would sit with Eliza by the hearth, sharing stories of his adventures and the beauty he had found in the world's simple wonders. And so, the village of simplicity continued to thrive, guided by the wisdom of Eliza, who showed them that the greatest treasures in life were not found in riches or extravagance, but in the joy of simplicity and the love of one another.